Hi everyone, I'm Brimston. Welcome to review of This Present Darkness, the debut EP by the band Chimaira. This year we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. As you can see, the anniversary was back in January, but I had to make this review because Chimaira is one of my all-time favorite bands. I've stumbled upon their music back in the year 2001, it was on the Download 2001 sampler. The song Dead Inside, the demo version to be exact, was there, and I've listened through it and I was like, this is amazing. At the time I didn't have the internet, but like 3-4 years later, my cousin, she had MP3, you know, that device where you could listen to MP3s on, and she had this song Chimaira Power Trip on it, so that was the second Chimaira song I've heard and I was like, this is amazing, I need to hear more of this band. So when I finally got the internet, I've went through their discography and I loved every single release. That's my story. This Present Darkness was recorded in 3 days in November 1999. We have the band's drummer, Andus, on the cover art, as you can see him right here. The producer is Ben Schigel, the vocalist of the band Switch. We have 5 songs here, 2 hidden tracks that were recorded for the previous demo. We have a re-release as well, which adds 2 songs, Gag and Refuse to See, and Remove Satan's Wizard, which is a joke song. The lineup here is quite interesting because we have Mark Hunter on the vocals, he's the vocalist since the very beginning. We have Rob Arnold on the guitars, also a guitarist since the very beginning in the band. Jason Hager, this dude, also started Chimaira. He had to leave back in 2002, then he would do occasional guest appearances here and there. He later started a new band, I forgot their name, sorry guys. Apparently he's going to write some new music with Spinechunk, so that's quite nice. We have Andus Hereg on the drums, he played on most of Chimaira releases. And now we have Rob Lesniak playing on the first 5 songs on the bass, then Andrew Ermlich on Empty and Silence, and then finally Jim Lamarca on Gag and Refuse to See. Jim is the main bassist in the band, I would say. He played on almost all of the major releases except Crown of Phantoms and The Age of Hell. The production was handled by Ben Schigel and the band themselves. Ben is responsible for most of the record's production. Here the production is pretty raw, but in a good sense. We have crunchy guitar tones, bass shines through on top, the drumming sounds phenomenal, it's all mixed perfectly well. We have no loudness or no clipping, no stuff like that at all. I do enjoy this production, even if it has more of a raw and demo feeling to it, it still sounds great. Now let's move on to the message, which is diverse. The songs are mostly about pain, abuse, conflicts with other people, relationship issues, emotions, especially anger. I urge you to read the lyrics by yourself because they are quite relatable if you had a very bad childhood or teenage years. Structures between basic and advanced, usually the songs go like this: intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro, but some of the tracks like Divination, and Lend a Hand, and Empty, well, we have an intro, then a verse, then a pre-chorus, then chorus, then a completely change stuff, a new verse that has completely new melodies on the guitars and the drums and the bass, then another segment thrown in, then there's a change or a breakdown, then either they go back to the chorus or maybe they bring something new to the table, then we have the bridge section, and either we go straight to the outro or they come back with the chorus and then the outro, which is a completely new segment, so it depends on the song. Now let's focus on the music genre of this release. This Present Darkness is an interesting mix of nu metal, slight hardcore elements, and also death metal elements, which is quite interesting. You can hear it in the guitar riffs, you know, the death metal elements, but also lots of dissonant chords that were inspired by old school Korn. Mark Hunter's vocals are very reminiscent of Korn, Slipknot, Machine Head, but also Deftones when it comes to his clean singing. The bass lines shine through. It's one of the reasons why I consider this a nu metal release, because you can always hear the bass, and almost every song has a section where the bassist and the drummer are playing together. When it comes to the performance, let's start with the drummer. His playing is phenomenal. I love his double bass work, his style, the precision of his playing. He's the soul of this band. Ideas that he contributes to this band, the fills, the changes, the tempo, everything, just everything. I just love his playing so much. Next, let's move on to the bass work. Well, we have 3 bassists here, and they all give us their best. Like, the bassist up front, it's audible. The bassists are playing very well. I enjoy their clunkiness, the dun, especially the moments where only the bassist and the drummer are playing, because those are the moments where you can hear more of the bass sound. Now let's focus on the guitar riffs by Rob Arnold and Jason Hager. I must say that the crunchy, heavy guitar riffs are perfect, and they're intertwined with those more melodic passages here and there that remind me of old school Deftones, or even more melodic tones here and there, like in the song Empty, for example. The bridge section is beautiful, same in the track Lend a Hand. We have some chaka noises on the guitars, you know, something that only happens in nu metal. It's also here, and I love every single second of it. Now, last but not least, let's talk about the vocal performance by Mark Hunter, and he's straight up killing it. His evil sounding growls, screaming, yelling, shouting, it's mixed with those more personal moments where he's whispering to us, he's angry, he's just ready to explode, he's like he just screams through his teeth, like on the song Divination, which is probably the best song vocal wise on this release, because it's so emotional, so heavy. I just love his vocals here and on their debut album Pass Out of Existence, because those are the records where he's probably at his best, where the emotions are so easily heard in his voice. Later he refined his style to make it more powerful, but I feel that it was also more detached from emotions, like the growling and screaming. You heard power behind it, but it wasn't as up close and personal as it's on this release and Pass Out of Existence. Now we can finally rate the individual songs. The EP opens up with This Present Darkness, the title song. I like the intro, those weird noises, and then we have the This Present Darkness, I just love the guitar riffs, the bass lines, the drumming, the vocals, the that purr noise. It's like old school death metal stuff that's happening in Cannibal Corpse or 6 Feet Under, so I enjoy that a lot. Love the bridge section with the bass line, again, something that's one of a kind and you're going to remember it. 10 out of 10. Painting the white to grey. This is like the first version of a song that later appeared on Pass Out of Existence. I've noticed that Chimaira fans love this version so much, but they don't like the album one. I have no idea why, because the album version is a step up in every single way. Like vocal wise, the album version is better. It has more power, more grit to it. Production wise, it's also better. It has more electronic elements because we have the new member on the electronics, turntables, etc. Chris Picuza. He's not here on This Present Darkness. The album version has more one-of-a-kind atmosphere. It's like Chimaira turned the song into their own, and here the track sounds more inspired by Slipknot, to be quite honest. I feel like this version is like unfinished to me, but to be quite honest, I just don't enjoy the guitar riffs in the verses here, it just sounds so out of place, and I am happy that they've completely removed them on the album version. So this is a great song, nothing more, nothing less. It was refined and made better on the Pass Out of Existence release. Here, it's just a good song. 8 out of 10. Divination. This is my favorite song on this release. I even remember telling Rob Arnold to play it live, and they've played it live last year, so thank you, Rob, but I'm not from USA, so I didn't see it live. Sorry, guys. Still, Divination, it's so heavy, it's angry, it's full of emotions, it's intense. The intro alone, tell me now, Father, what have we done? I just love the chromatic guitar riffs here, the melodies, the corny stuff that's happening here. The vocal performance, it's so pissed off. I am not sure what this song is about. Clearly someone has father issues here, and I just love it. I love it so much. It's so punchy. I just love the moment before the bridge, like, and then the explosions of emotions, you know, before the outro. Those very chromatic noises, that how Mark Hunter is basically whispering through his teeth like old school Deftones style. I just love it. And then he explodes with anger. I just love the outro. Every single section in this song is going somewhere, and it always pays off. There's always that emotional release somewhere, and I just love Divination. I've watched their latest live performance on this song on YouTube, and while it was okay, I've just missed that emotional intensity in the newest live version of Divination. It's like they cannot play this song live anymore because it demands from you to be truly pissed off and like unhinged, and you can truly feel those emotions in this studio recording. 11 out of 10. Sphere, this is the first version of the song that later appeared on Pass Out of Existence. Yet again, I feel about this song the same as I feel about Painting the White to Grey. This song was tuned and refined on Pass Out of Existence. Here, it's great, don't get me wrong, but I miss the elements that Chris Spikuza added to this song on Pass Out of Existence. It's more heavy. Yet again, the vocal performance is better on Pass Out of Existence. Here, it's also emotional and heavy, but there Mark Hunter just goes an extra mile to give us more emotions in his screaming and growling. So I just love this song. Sphere is one of my all-time favorite Chimaira songs, but not this version. This version is just almost perfect because it misses a lot of things that made me fall in love with this song. 10 minus out of 10. Lend a Hand, I just love the intro here. I just love that. I am not sure if it's a turntable or is someone doing it with his voice, because the band didn't have a DJ here, so what's with that noise? Then we have a tempo change and the verse comes in, which is more groovy and slower. Then the chorus, which is quite nice. Then we have a complete new change in the second verse. What I love about this song the most, besides the intro and the heaviness and the vocal performance, is the bridge, which is very emotional, melodic and toned down. Like, take our hand before you leave, reaching that dream. Take our hand. I just love it. Nothing but love for this song. 10 out of 10. Empty features Rap of Canister. This is the first song like a bonus track because it was recorded like before this EP. It has a different basis. I love this song with all of my heart. The intro alone. Just every single section, the chorus, the verses, the bass lines. Yet again, every single section in this song is one of a kind, and what makes me happiest the most is the bridge section that is very, very emotional and somber. That melodic bridge evokes a tornado of emotions. I love Mark singing here. It's just so beautiful, so one of a kind. And then after it we go back straight to the chorus. 11 out of 10. Silence this one. The intro reminds me of Fear Factory. Then we have the verse section, which I adore, then the chorus, but what makes me again the happiest here is the bridge, which is very melodic. It has those classic rap Arnold guitar riffs because you can easily deduce which parts of the songs were written by him. 10 out of 10. Now let's talk about the 2 songs that were added to the re-release from 2004. Gag. This song is probably like recorded in the year 2000 because we already have Jim on the bass here. I love the main guitar riff. It just has so much personality in it. And then we have the verse, the precursor chorus. It has that Earth Crisis feeling to it, like that old school hardcore vibe to it. What I love the most about this song is the bridge, because it's very somber. It has yet again classic rap Arnold vibe to it, music wise, and then Mark is doing that Chino impression yet again from Deftones. Mark is straight up killing it here with the vocal performance. I love the and then the the outro, the groove comes back. Again, fantastic song, my third favorite one here. 10 plus out of 10. Refuse to see. This is like my least favorite song here, because while it's fun to listen to, I feel like it's not perfect, like it could have been improved in some part. But from what I remember, this might be a song that was already written out when Mark was in Skipline, so maybe that's why I have that feeling about it. So it's a great song, don't get me wrong, it isn't that memorable compared to everything before it. 9 out of 10. And now we have Satan's Wizard, the joke song. So we have Ben Shiggel on the vocals. The music here is from Divination. Also the bridge in Divination, that drum pattern later became the backbone of the song Implements of Destruction from the Impossibility of Reason. I forgot to mention that, sorry. But yet again, you can hear that passage here in Satan's Wizard. This track, it's hilarious. Ben Shiggel is just screaming something silly with his heavy metal vocals, like then he mispronounces the band name. I think I also mispronounce the band name sometimes, not on purpose, it just works like that. This song is just silly. It's hidden deep on the CD. Is it a good joke? Yes. Is it good that it was removed from the re-release? I am not sure. They could have leave it like again on the 69th place, like you would have to wait a couple of minutes before it would play. W out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, propriety. Yeah, this is a masterpiece EP. I have nothing bad to say about it, except for the fact that the songs Painting the White to Grey and Sphere were later improved and refined on Pass Out of Existence, and those versions are better. I know that I am in minority here because most people consider these original versions to be better. I am not sure why, just use your ears. The rest of the songs here slap. I love Divination, one of my all-time favorite songs. Empty is also a highlight. Lend a Hand, Despair and Darkness is also a banger. What else? Silence, love that one. Gag, one of the better songs. I am not sure why it wasn't featured anywhere else besides this re-release. It's like a hidden song that they've just took from their vaults and released, and you are like, wow, this is epic. Celebrate Norse by spinning this record this year, this day. It's the last day of 2025, so you still have some time. I will see you probably next time in my other videos. If you want, you can give this one a like, subscribe, follow me on my Instagram in the description. Shout out for my Patreon members who gracefully sponsor these videos. You're all truly wonderful. You can join them if you like, so I can make more reviews, more videos, more Doom MIDI covers. See you next time. Bye!